America, people think that the voting system works on majority rules, which is whoever has the most votes based on the population is going to be the winner. And this is called proportional representation. And while voting works this way in other countries, here in America, we use something called plurality voting, or first past the post. It's used in America for its simplicity, but in actuality, it just leads to gerrymandering and a lot of wasted votes. So what is plurality? I will explain with some nuts. So for example, in voting for the President of the United States, we don't have just two candidates. We have multiple candidates. And what happens is when these other candidates are added, their numbers ended up getting thrown away. Whoever is elected, only their numbers count. So let's say 25% vote for pecans, and then 30% vote for cashews. That's 55%, but 45% voted for almonds. Then almonds becomes the winner. Even though they didn't get the majority, they got the most votes. Now, in a runoff voting system, the top two candidates would have been chosen from the three, and then they would have voted again. However, with plurality voting, if you only vote for one person, that vote becomes non-transferable. So if you voted for the losing party, your vote is thrown away. Now, where this becomes the most problematic is when we have block party voting. And that is when one party gets control of an area, they get to stay in control. Because again, if we have multiple candidates, but their votes are spread across, then it's not whoever has the majority, it's whoever has the most. Because remember, if 25 and 30 add up to 55%, then by default, the other remaining party cannot have the majority. As a matter of fact, they'll have the majority of votes against them. But because they have the most votes as a singular unit, they are the winner. This is why certain places try so hard to gerrymander, because this is how they end up sweeping an area, because they don't need the majority. Because here in America, majority does not rule. So if you are one of those people who thinks, well, you should just be happy with the president who's in charge, after all, half the country voted for him, you should know that does not have to be the case and has almost never been the case. Because again, America uses plurality voting, not proportional representation. And that's how we end up with candidates that the majority didn't really want. Hope this helps.